Welcome to Chicago Speaks, the DNL podcast. I'm your host, D.
And I'm host L.
And welcome to Chicago Speaks. Today, our show topic will cover the people we lost this past year in 2023.
Tina Turner. Tina Turner was born Anna Mae Bullock. She passed away on May 24, 2023 of this year. She was named the Queen of Rock and Roll. Tina Turner was born in Nutbush, Tennessee on November 26, 1939. Tina Turner took the world by storm and later became one of the world's most famous musical artists, with hit songs including What's Love Got to Do With It, I'm Your Private Dancer, Proud Mary, River Deep, Mountain High, Nutbush City Limit, and Better Be Good to Me. Tina Turner is one of my favorite people. She accomplished so much from her childhood and her marriage with Ike Turner, and we all go through some things in life, and she accomplished so much. She overcame all the struggles and battles of her life, so it was sad to lose her this past year. So rest in peace, Tina Turner. We love you.
We love you, definitely. In our other spotlight, we're going to talk about Jim Brown, the legendary pro football player and Hall of Famer. He was a running back that played for the Cleveland Browns, wearing number 32, averaging 100 yards rushing per game. Jim Brown retired at 29, leaving behind a legacy of accomplishments including MVP, and became one of the world's greatest players that ever played the game of football. After retirement, he became a prominent civil rights activist and actor, starring in over 30 movies. Some include The Dirty Dozen, Slaughter, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, and Escapes from Devil Island, and Three the Hard Way. We miss you, Mr. Jim Brown.
Yeah, Jim Brown, again, was one of my favorite people. To go from playing football to acting, I think that was so good. And as we research different people, I'm learning a lot. I didn't know that Jim Brown was one of the activists, along with other black and a diverse group of people that stood beside Muhammad Ali when he was going through his bout. He was against going to war because of his religion. And so Jim Brown organized a group called the Cleveland Summit, and they spoke up for Muhammad Ali against him going to war. So, along with many other things, Jim Brown stood up for. So he was a legend of his own time and a true leader. And so it was sad to lose him as well at age 87.
Definitely.
Okay. We also lost Jerry Springer this past year. Jerry Springer was born Gerald Norman Springer, and he was born in London, England, on February 19, 1940. He was raised in New York. He accomplished numerous goals. He was a councilman. He was into politics. He was a mayor. He was a TV anchorman, an entertainer, and also an attorney. He was the host of the controversial, famous Jerry Springer Show. On September 30th, 1991, he started as host of the Jerry Springer Show, named after him, which ran for 27 seasons and it had 4,000 episodes. Jerry Springer passed away on April 27th of this year at age 79.
Yes.
He will be greatly missed.
Yes, he definitely will be. He was a great host, great show, and great content creator. We miss you, Jerry Springer. And we're going to shine the spotlight also on the legendary television show host Bob Barker, who did The Price is Right. He was a radio personality as well. He became an animal rights activist. He was a vegetarian, and he stopped using and testing animals' hair dyes. And Bob Barker retired from The Price is Right of June 2007, and he received his Lifetime Achievement Award in 1999. We miss you, Mr. Bob Barker.
Also, Bob Barker was born December 12, 1923 in Darrington, Washington. He, along with others, received numerous of accolades, and he left the legacy of a top show, The Price is Right, as host D said. We also lost actor Matthew Perry. Matthew Perry was well known for the TV show Friends, and one of my favorite movies he made was The Round Clock Story. He's funny, he's witty, he's phenomenal, and I miss him. So,
yes, that Round Clock Story, I recommend. If you haven't seen the Ron Clark Story, I recommend that any and everybody sees it because it's a great show. I mean, a great movie, rather. Great performance. Very inspiring and uplifting. And we're going to shine the spotlight next on actor Robert Blake, who was famous for playing the role of Tony Beretta, Detective Tony Beretta, rather. He was born 1940 and died this year of 2023. He was a great actor, and that was a great TV show, and I used to watch that growing up. And what a big loss, and we're gonna miss you, Mr. Robert Blake.
Hear, hear. Actress Raquel Welch passed away this year also. She played in an episode of the TV show Bewitched. I wasn't aware of that. You learn something new every day. And she starred in many, many, many movies. So she's a legend in her own right.
Definitely. And we're going to also talk about former First Lady Rosalind Carter. We're definitely gonna miss Miss Carter and the legacy that she left behind, in politics. And we salute you, and back to you, host L.
Actress Suzanne Summers passed away this past year. She played Chrissy in the TV show Three's Company, and she also was a fitness guru. One of the, was it the, what was that?
The Thigh Master.
Thigh Master,
rather.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was famous for the Thigh Master. She wrote several books, and very good actress, very funny on Three's Company, as well as other TV shows she played in. I think she played in episodes of the Love Boat and other shows.
Yes, we're gonna miss you very much, Miss Suzanne Summers. And now we're gonna shine the spotlight on screenwriter and producer Norman Lear, which is famous for Good Times, All in the Family, The Jeffersons, to name a few. Um, those were great shows. I remember growing up watching those, and we're gonna miss you, Mr. Norman Lear. You did a great service to TV.
Speaking of these shows, especially Good Times, I still look at reruns of Good Times, All in the Family, The Jeffersons, and many more shows that Mr. Lear played part in creating. So I agree. What a legend as well.
Definitely.
So today we're doing this podcast. Today is New Year's Eve, the last day of 2023. We're getting ready to say goodbye to, and New Year's Day will be on tomorrow, Monday, January 1, 2024. You gotta remember, right, 2024, because every year I end up writing 2023 until maybe a week or so later, then I remember the new year. We have new laws every year that take effect the first day of the year. One, I got to make sure that I switch over to in gear to the new year. Just to name a few new laws, minimum wage is going up to, it depends on your job category. Untipped, non-tip workers, their wage is going up to a certain amount. If you are a tip worker, it's a certain amount. If you are a youth that under age 18 and work less than 650 hours per calendar year, it's a certain amount. I don't want to give the amounts because sometimes when you get information from sources, it might not be
accurate.
Exact. So there's a list you can Google 2024 new laws for depending on where you live. We're here in Illinois, so these pertain to us. So if you're somewhere else, it might be a different amount. So that's why I don't want to give the amounts that I wrote down. Also, Illinois workers will now be able to take paid time off for any reason. You used to have to say, I'm sick, I'm going to a funeral, whatever the case may be. So there's a new law in effect for this upcoming year that employers have to give you paid leave. It's the Paid Leave for All Workers Act, and it goes in effect. And you can pull up this list, Google the new law list, and see the details. There's a law that was put in place for libraries that are funded by the state, and no longer will there be a ban on library books. We're running out of time, and the things we missed, we'll go back into them at the next podcast. Thank you for listening in to our podcast, the DNL podcast, Chicago Speaks.